Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Halston. I'm a violin and fiddle instructor at Zomac School of Music. Today we're doing part two of just the basics of the instrument. Today we're going to work basically on two things. How to get where we hold this properly, and then how to start holding our bow properly. So we'll work on this instrument first. So first thing, when we hold it, we have it at about a 45 degree angle. If we were to think of an angle right from our chest going straight outwards, the instrument is gonna be pretty close to a 45 degree angle from that. Now, if you've mastered putting on the shoulder rest from the previous video, what we're going to do is with your left hand, you're going to grab the instrument by the neck, towards the end of the neck, and you're going to extend it out. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pretend like it's kind of like an airplane landing. You're going to fly it in, and you want to make sure that the shoulder rest is actually going over the shoulder. So you fly it in, make sure the shoulder rest is over the shoulder, okay? And then with our left hand, we should be able to go ahead and drop our hand a little bit and see if we can hold the instrument up without our left hand, because that's not the left hand's job. Now, what the left hand does do is it touches the instrument with 3 points of contact. The first one is the thumb. So if I turn around this way, hopefully we can see that. Right at the beginning of the fingerboard is where I place a side of my thumb or the front of my thumb. There's some freedom there. The second point of contact is going to be my first finger, or the first finger knuckle, is going to be on the other side. Okay? So thumb on one side, the first finger knuckle, or there's some freedom there as which part that is actually touching. And then the third point of contact is whatever finger is on your fingerboard. Now, when we're playing a note, or just playing something, you want to make sure that you don't have too much pressure in the hand, because remember, it's not the left hand's job to hold up the instrument. So a good little trick that you can do to know whether you're holding it too hard is just try to eliminate the first finger knuckle contact by just pushing it away. Because if you're gripping onto the neck with your thumb and the first finger, if you're using any kind of pressure, you won't be able to push it off. So just see if you can take that first finger away. So that's a good trick there. The other thing is, with the hand, you don't want it to be bent in any one direction. You don't want it too far in, you don't want it too far out. You want it pretty much just kind of straight with the arm. Now, moving on to the bow, and this is in the beginning one of the trickier things to master. You want to take your left hand and hold the bow by the stick. Don't touch the hair, and it's just going to hold it up while we do the placement. So the first placement we're going to do here, and this might be kind of hard to see, is on this side. We're going to take our thumb on, if you're looking at the thumb, on the left side, and we're going to place it at the beginning of the frog, kind of in this cradle that you see there. We're not going to put it in the cradle, but just next to it. And you use the left side of your thumb. Now on the exact other side, we're going to take our second finger, and it's going to mimic the placement of the thumb. Then the third is going to be by the second. They don't have to be touching. It's pretty good if there's a little bit of gap in between. Now here's a very important part to the bow, to the hold of the bow. You're going to slant your hand forward. Then you're going to place your pinky on the end. Now, it doesn't have to be on the screw. Everybody has different hand size. For me, it's almost on the screw. Now, lastly, the first finger is just going to kind of drape over the grip. And now, since you have all that, you can go ahead and release with the left hand, and you should be able to hold up the bow. Now, just like with our left hand, we don't want to hold this very hard with a lot of pressure. We hold it pretty lightly. Now, where does the control come from to be able to hold it up? Well, if I were to lift my pinky, the bow would fall. So the control is in the pinky here. So recap, we have one side of the thumb, the second finger comes on the, mimics the thumb, but on the other side, then the third, slant your hand, pinky, and it's okay if it's on the screw, mine's not quite on the screw, and then you drape the first finger, okay? And that is more fundamentals on what to do when you have your instrument, and I'll see you guys next Fiddle on Friday.